Oh yeah. Just a public service reminder to do you. Cause can't nobody do me better than me. Tell your friends, you understand? Let's ride.
Let's ride, be cool, to me, just do you. I get high, yeah I smoke, I ain't worried about nothing tonight. I just wanna ride and get high, cause we fly, I'm cool, just do you, I do me. Look, I ain't worried about nothing, I'm just gonna ride and get high tonight. Riding at 35 on my walk, getting high, catching plays, counting hundreds, bumping game. Nigga, I done get trees ablaze, purple haze, just to get my mind straight. Promethazine got me on lean. Only thing on my mind is money. I need it, I want it now. Let's ride, let's roll now. Head to the sassy with that money. When you stacking them K's, they gon' hate but smile in your face. Nowadays it's hard to separate the real from the fake. I ain't lying. My patience they trying to push me to the edge. I take a blunt to the head. My enemies I forget as I ride, get high. I'm cool, just do you. Got a blunt for two, just to set the mood. Cruising in the coupe, bust a couple moves. Type of shit we do on a day-to-day basis. Ain't got no time and no patience. It's too much money to be making. Too many snakes who be faking. So let's ride, be cool. I do me, just do you. I get high, yeah I smoke. I ain't worried about nothing tonight. I just wanna ride and get high, cause we fly. I'm cool, just do you, I do me. Look, I ain't worried about nothing, I'm just gonna ride and get high tonight.
Riding down 75, feeling alright, cause everybody outside moving slow.
Swerving on them foes, ho, stunting in my photo. Don't know how long I'ma be here, gon' ahead take the photo. Tryna blow, fuck it low, mama get the corn roll. I'm heavy in the game, them fuckers lighter than a tip top. Excuse me while I sip slow, mix it right, I like my Sprite bright pink. Outside, candy inside,
All ice cream on
balls hogging lanes, I ain't seeing you lanes. Them hoes stuck off my watch, these niggas jogging my fame. It's easy, man, everybody out this hoe know my name. I
pull up, swing off in that hydro flame.
like Austin, what's up? Houston, what's up? DF Dub, what's up everybody?
Double cupped up.
My music chopped up, I'm banging that screw. And yo, Texas, stand up, man, you know how we do.
Swinging, smoking, dragging, we vibing, riding down 45. We coolin', feelin' cooler, know how we do. Let's ride and get high.
Lil Jew made the beat.
Hello world, I'm Breon Titus with
Resmond, Richardson.
and this is Straight Up. Get my hat ready for the show.
You gotta say that for later, bro.
Oh,
Say it
later?
Yeah,
Okay,
say
I'm gonna
it
keep it
later.
on the camera like this though. People in the back.
Tell the people about our little sponsors, bro.
Oh, we got a couple of sponsors. We got Have Heart Soccer and Fitness, man. If you want to get your kids out there, get them in shape, get them right, or even yourself. It's not just for children, it's for you. They have premium insurance consultants. That's what Victoria Johnson was getting folks last week. So don't forget about 11 Power. Sponsored by my boy Pierre. Check them out. Anything with film, anything with production, we got it. But what are we getting into today, Red?
We're gonna do something a little different. We're not gonna have topics today since we have 3 special guests coming on, and they all have something different it brings to this world and it's the community. And our first guest is Demerick Gary. You can see it, my boy Big Dem. I've been knowing him for a long time.
Little Dem turned into Big Dem.
Man, Little Dem turned to Big Dem. Bigger than everybody now. Then who we got second, B?
We got Cambresha Picou, owner of Lennox Boutique. Y'all make sure y'all look at that. We're coming at you strong with 3 special guests today. Who else we got?
Then we got The Illustration, and that is a creative group. Shout out to my boy Dub. Hey, been knowing him for too long, so he coming on. We're gonna have a good time, so vibe with us.
So we're gonna do things a little different, like my boy said. We're gonna cut to commercial, and we come back and we have our first guest. So tune in. We got a great guest for y'all today.
Holla.
I'm in my vibe, demanding expansion out with my tribe, building new mansions up in the sky. Used to dance with the devil, that wasn't wise. Let's advance to new levels with open eyes. If you wanna do better, you must decide. Be careful who with you, who on your side, who applaud when you winning and who do not. My humble beginnings involved the block. Taught to follow nobody, you call the shots. Taught to boss up and get it new off the line. Knew we was with it, we hustling, selling rocks. With new convictions on felons is telling cops. The second coming is coming, who yelling stop? Who telling youngest them dummies gon' get you popped? Get you sentenced and locked away in a box. With good intentions, I got to pray, got to watch. Got to stay on my pivot, the trenches hot. My spidey senses be sensing who try and fly. You know it's senses to try me, it's best you not. I be with henchmen who really turn up the knob. I really turn up for family, turn up for God. Turn up for tables that's turning, it's time to mine. It's time to turn up some numbers against the odds. Ahead of my time, I'm in my vibe. Demanding expansion out with my tribe. Building new mansions up in the sky. Used to dance with the devil, that wasn't wise. Let's advance to new levels with open eyes. If you wanna do better, you must decide. Be careful who with you, who on your side, who applaud when you winning and who do not.
I'm stuck in the middle, I can't decide. This pain flow like a river, you can see it in my eyes. Demons running through my mind, am I running out of time? But time ain't never wasted, I'm always on my grind. This is positive vibes, yeah, positive life. This is better than money, come get you a piece of mind. I'm ahead of my time, I've been here before, ready for war. Check out my stripes, look at my scars. My fake friends, they applaud when I fall. My motivation is y'all, picked up the rock, I just wanna ball. Coming up, this all I saw, my whole family involved. But I evolved, kick down every door, knock down every wall. Mansions in the sky when I look up. Tell me what you saw, no Sunday dinners in mama kitchen. CJ was cooking raw, but growth come natural. We elevated, obeyed the law. Now we celebrate life and death. Mazel tov.
Ahead of my time, I'm in my vibe. Demanding expansion out with my tribe. Building new mansions up in the sky. Used to dance with the devil, that wasn't wise. Let's advance to new levels with open eyes. If you wanna do better, you must decide. Be careful who with you, who on your side, who applaud when you winning and who do not.
So you're a philosopher?
Yes. 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 I think very deeply.
Welcome back. We got my boy Big Dem to the left of me, star defensive lineman at SMU.
Hard hitter.
Man, for real. It's been a long process, bro.
No, sure.
Can you tell the people more about yourself?
Well, you know, like I said, I'm from Dallas, and you know, I went to Kimball High School. I'm in my senior year of school, and
What school? Just in case people can't read.
It's stupid. But nah, it's been cool though. Like the journey, like getting to SMU, growing up in Dallas, staying home, playing football in Dallas, it's been cool though. So, man, like I said, I've been enjoying it.
And how do it feel like having your billboard when people drive on the highway?
I think it's big because people talk about SMU, they just think about Holland Park, like the bubble. Like I think that's been one of my biggest things is like getting SMU really involved in being like Dallas team. I think that's something that we discovering and being a part of this year is actually being Dallas team. Like our new uniforms got Dallas on the cross of it, and that was really big for me. So seeing my billboard up, especially seeing the pony up on Cliff. That's where I grew up at, and that's where I'm from. And so, seeing SMU and Oak Cliff just in the same category and being together, it's mind blowing to me. But I love it though. So.
And you say you love your journey, but a lot of people don't realize there's a lot of adversity as being a student athlete.
Oh, yeah.
Tell people about some of those things and some of the things you have to overcome on your journey.
Oh man, it's being a student athlete has been crazy. Just with dealing with school and stuff like that. Plus, dealing with football, it's a whole lot of things. But it's I think that what people don't realize, is, even though you're a student athlete, you deal with life all the time. So, a couple things happened while I've been in college on this journey. I lost my pops in April of this year. So it's just but life, life still goes on. I still gotta play football. I still gotta go to school and stuff like that. But adversity hit. But I think. This game have really taught me a lot about myself and a lot about life. That adversity gonna hit, life gonna happen, but it's just really about how you keep going and keep persevering through all the adversity that you deal with in life.
And do you use that motivation and that adversity on the field?
Oh yeah, got to. I mean, like I said, that's this game really taught me how to be a better person, a better man in life. Like I said, you're gonna deal with stuff. So in life, you deal with adversity that come your way. In the football game, you may deal with, adversity. Like my sophomore year, I got benched. Little things like that. It kind of taught me, like I said, it taught me a lot about life. Sometimes in life, you're gonna deal with situations that you can't really control, or they just, they just happen. But, like I said, things that made me a better man, ultimately.
And we all know the journey is to get to the NFL, the league.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ask you, what team, if you could pick, what team you want to land on?
Man, listen, I'm just trying to get on the team. I don't care, I just need a shot. I just want a shot. That's all I want. I think that's what that's everybody really go. Just getting that opportunity, getting that shot, just to, at least play on the team, get on the team, and that's all I can ask for.
And I know earlier you touched on, y'all being more in the community with the, the Dallas movement. Like, what do you all do in the community to help the youth out?
Man, so, one thing that we did, since our new coach, Coach Sonny Dykes, got to SMU, was do a free youth camp in, the Southern Dallas section. So, we did a free camp at Forrester in the summertime, and then we did another free camp at Kincaid. And so that's a really big deal because kids in our neighborhood where we come from don't get those opportunities where the real camps like that cost $300-400 to go to. And so I thought it was a good idea to actually, why not do this for free? You know what I'm saying? I think that was big, and it really showed not only the kids that we care, but the community that we really care, because I mean, we really do. People like me really do, because I didn't have those opportunities growing up. I didn't have college players and SMU players, even though it's in Dallas, having them come to our schools and stuff like that. So we go every home game. We go to a different middle school, elementary school, whatever it is, and just go and hang with them. We went to Dade last week, just hung with the kids, talked to them and stuff. We went to KIP and this last Friday, and I love doing stuff like that, just to show the kids that y'all got inspiration. You know, like y'all, it's people out here that look like you that's doing some successful things. And when I go to schools and talk to kids, like football is the last thing I'm talking to them about. Like I'm talking about like life opportunities. You know, going to school, getting your education. Like those things are big. Those things are like huge. You know, to their success. And so that's why it's so big for me. And I try to get all my teammates and coaches on board and just knowing like how big our platform is and using it to the most of our ability, so that like I said, the kids can know that they have someone to look up to. And I think that's, you know, just touch back on the billboard thing. I think that's one of my biggest things I love about it, is because like a kid that's from Oak Cliff, you know what I'm saying, can see that like I can go do something special. Whether it's a girl or boy, like I can go and be somebody. You don't have to be through athletics. Like you can go be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do, like, and know that you can do it no matter like the circumstance you come from.
That's true, because like you said, growing up, you didn't have colleges like SMU, you know, coming to the hood and talking to us, because SMU it's a high standard.
Sure.
So you got to have a certain GPA, you know, carry yourself a certain way to go to SMU. So you did touch on that, but how do you tell the kids, like, okay, y'all got to, you know, dig deep in education, like, with the sacrifices and stuff?
Man, I just, you know, just something that they can be whatever they want to be and like do whatever they want to do. You know, like I said, because a lot of kids real life think that they are like, you know, really bundled into their own little world. You know what I'm saying? And they can't, and they don't know like I can go and do whatever I want to do and be whatever I want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's my like I said, my biggest message to them. Like y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta put your mind to it and just continue to work. Some people's roles are easier than others, you know. But if you just keep on the track that you, whatever you want to do, you can do it. So.
Okay. And besides football, let's talk about, you know, some of your hobbies. I be looking at you, bro. You know, I've been knowing you for too long. Let's talk about fashion model. Let's talk about that.
We was on the way. I can't wait to ask them about his model side.
Hey,
tell them how you be putting people on, man.
What you mean?
You be flying in 3 wings. Tell them how.
like, what's your inspiration with your fashion, bro?
No, I'm just different. Like I just feel like big dudes like are like, especially like when it comes to.
Look out! I'm looking next to your big ass.
Bro, shit, nah, like I just know I'm a big dude, so like I don't like the big dudes. Some big dudes be just like slouchy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like don't know how to dress and stuff like that. Like, and I just know like, I mean, I ain't trying to wear no pants. It's just like too tight for me. Whatever. People gonna say what they want to say. But I'm just saying, like,
it's some of them OGs. Oh, your pants so tight. Fam, niggas don't dress like that no more.
But
Tell them.
No, I mean, like, so I just always like want to have my like own little style, though. Like, you know what I'm saying, so.
When you say you close to a Rick Ross style or a T.I. style? Big nigga, you know Rick Ross be out there with them damn Versace shirts, wind blowing. Still can see his stomach. T.I. be suited and booty, tight suit. You know what I'm saying?
Probably T.I.
There you go.
I like wearing like I like dressing up suits. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all would have told me, I ain't know what we was wearing.
See that?
Nah, you didn't tell me that.
No, you perfect, man. You represent your school, your organization, everything. You doing everything right now. Represent yourself. You know what I'm saying? You fly the 3 wings already, man. You can't take up everything. We gotta look good next time. Damn.
Oh yeah, tell us about the journey of being, you know, a Kappa, you know, at a school, you know, like predominantly white school like that.
Oh no, it's different. You know, like I said, I don't go to like no like PV or nothing like so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like we don't have like a big presence on our campus, but it's something I always want to do and be a part of. You know, like I said, it's the greatest clan in the land. You know, I've got to. But no, it's been fun though. Like what you doing?
That's the game thing.
Nah. Slow down.
I'm saying,
That ain't sex tripping up.
How you know the difference? You know what I'm saying?
Why you such a clown, bro?
I'm listening, nigga. Keep going, nigga.
Nah, but I mean a lot though, cause I go to SMU. Like, so when people see me, they be like y'all got Greek organizations, Black Greek organizations at y'all school. Like yeah, like that's another big thing. Like I want to do stuff more than just play football. Like I knew that was something I wanted to like do. You know, whether it was like Greek organization or anything. Like I just knew I didn't want to just like when I'm done playing. Where it's like when I left SMU, like all I did was say I got my degree and I played football. Like I knew I wanted to be
a part of different stuff. Because like most people who are student athletes, like they let their 4 years go by and they ain't got nothing to show for it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just knew that was something I wanted to do.
Okay, I want to go back to the football thing real quick, because you play defense, you know what I'm saying? So with football, you know, a lot of people, before they get out there, they got to listen to some music. Who turning you up in your head before you go out there and smash somebody on their feet?
I probably listen to Meek always. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, always. Meek
New
gonna be
Meek or old Meek?
Huh?
New
Both.
or
Both of them. Both. All of them. But I listen to more like motivational speeches before I go play. Like I listen to music a little bit, but I'm more listening to like Eric Thomas, Les Brown. I'm saying like Ray Lewis, little stuff like that, just to get me going a little bit.
Wait, I ain't gonna lie, Ray be getting on my nerves.
I hate Ray Lewis.
Ray get you teed up. He get you teed up.
He a fake pastor though. If you want to be a pastor, go to church, my boy. Like that, nobody. If you want to be a pastor, go to church.
It be over the top sometimes.
Nah, Ray gonna get you teed up every time.
Ray gonna get you in that collection plate. if you want to believe in God, go ahead and pass that $2 around real quick. Thank you, Lord. I'm just saying. But yeah.
Ray gonna get you teed
Okay.
up every time.
I'm gonna try. What'd you say? What was the other two names you prefer, Ray?
Les Brown and Eric Thomas.
I'm trying
Eric
to.
Thomas is like probably one of the best for real. Like he get you. I mean, I think Eric Thomas talk about like just even like you just going through some life stuff. Like he get you going for real.
Okay. So who is your inspiration in football? Like, you know, what position you play?
D-line.
D-line. So who your inspiration as a D-lineman? Like, who do you be looking at?
I mean, I like Aaron Donald. Like I say, he the best defensive lineman in the league. But I do like Reggie White, like which is an old school player. You know what I'm saying?
Took it back.
But just everything, like he stood for just the type of play he was. Just that kind of inspired me, like how I try to play. But Aaron Donald, like we watch his film like a lot. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff that he do, I try to imitate, like just because like size wise and stuff like that. Like I mean, he not even. I mean, everybody think like Aaron Donald is like this big dude. Like he's swole, but he only like 6 foot 6'1". So
see, it's the same.
But he crazy though. He crazy.
He ain't no big dude. Nigga, what's big? That's reminding people I'm a normal person.
He ain't big.
You normal?
Hey, I'm not normal next to somebody in the league. So, and there's somebody that's capable of being in the league that's big. Talking about he ain't big. What is going on?
Yeah,
for everybody smaller than you, you are very disrespectful right now. I just wanna say that. I'm sorry.
How do it feel being the underdogs, like in the TCU game, and coming out with the win?
I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. Like, I love being underdog, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what people don't be realizing, like, they don't know like the work you put in. They don't know like the stuff, you know, all the stuff you've been through as a team. They don't know all that type of stuff individually. So like when people like, you know, put us as the underdog, like we love it as a team. So you know, we just gotta we just take it like one day at a time, you know, playing our play. And like, you know, it's about us and how we play. So, I mean, I love it being an underdog, you know, going to games.
Okay. I know what you really want to say. It feel good whooping that ass. I say it.
No, big games like that, it do feel good because you know the work you done put in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our coach always say, like, if they just gave us a trophy, like, on day one, it wouldn't mean nothing, but you know the work that you put in. So when you do go and win games like that, especially big games when people didn't think you was gonna win, like it mean a lot. You know, you really feel that. So I mean, it felt good yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that game over, we can't like bring it to the next game though.
Don't you hate how the conferences is? How you don't get to play other competitions sometimes? It's other teams you want to play.
What you mean?
Like, don't you want to play like teams like Alabama and stuff like that here and there? You know, but like other schools won't say, because y'all in these small conferences, everybody in their own conferences. Big teams like Alabama, they roll through their competition because they don't get to play a lot of teams at their level. That's what I'm saying. So ain't there other teams you want to play outside of your conference?
I mean, you can say that. I mean, like college football. I think to me, college football is college football. Like, I mean, people can say but anybody is like. That's why I love college football, because like anybody can get beat on any given day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you don't come ready to play, you're just gonna take an L. So like, but I mean, I do be wanting to play like Bama sometime here and there. Like it's cool, good competition, but like it's Bama. Like you got,
so you actually be scared of Bama?
Nah, I ain't scared.
It's just because it's programs, different program sizes. You know, they got a little bit more money in the program.
No. It's not about see this. It's a lot more deeper stuff that people.
That's what I'm saying. Deeper coaching. They got
no.
Damn, they got everything.
No.
Bigger recruiting class? What is it?
No.
So what's the reason you don't want to play? You're a little timid about
No,
it.
I wouldn't. It's never that I don't want to play a team. Like
Come.
in real life. No, that's just anybody. Like, see, that's how people think though. People be thinking like, oh, y'all scared to go play
I said a
ball.
little
Like,
bit. It's okay.
no, you can't be scared to go play nobody. Like, it don't matter who you play.
There we go.
I was gonna say, but I asked about the coach, and you said no.
He's scared.
I ain't scared. I just my ass ain't suiting up. I ain't out there getting the car race. If I wait, you damn right, I play with SMU. I be scared to play Alabama. Coach, we gotta play them. All right, I'm a ball, but what about him? So you asking about me? What about Breon? Breon might get hurt.
That's type of mentality
He can't get in.
That's type of mentality he gonna have in life.
He can't get in.
Go ahead, Big Deal. I got you when you get back. Know your roles in life. I'll let you when you get back, my boy.
That boy terrible.
So can you tell us the end game of y'all season and like where do you want to be at the end?
Shoot, conference championship. Like that's the main goal. Like bowl game is cool, but when you go win the conference, like that mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then of course like New Year's Six bowl. Like, everybody want to be playing in January. Like that's the goal in college football. Like you want to be playing in January. So, but I mean that's my ultimate goal. That's what I want to do. It's my senior year, so that's why I want to be playing New Year's Six bowl and win the conference. So.
Have you ever been in the bowl?
Yeah, we played in the bowl my sophomore year.
Y'all win?
Took a fat L. But it was a lot of stuff that happened though. Like we lost our coach. You know what I'm saying, during that time
Dude from Clemson?
Yeah. So we lost our coach the week, before the bowl game and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff happened, but I think all that happened for a reason. So I think this year gonna be the year that we.
They college cutthroat. It's cutthroat.
Did y'all still get gifts?
Huh?
Cause you know how you get gifts.
Yeah, we got gifts. It wasn't like.
It wasn't no major like when you win.
With gifts go by. The bigger the bowl, the more gifts you get. The bigger the gifts is, the more money you get. So like New Year's Six bowls, like them the bowl games you get like the big gifts, big money checks, all that.
See, they don't be knowing that.
But he got me thinking about how the UH coach dipped out on them.
Big Deal could have went to U of H.
He hold us. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
He hold us.
I can't stand UH.
Damn.
What they do to you?
Bro, I don't fool
They
UH.
play against each other.
I know, but damn.
I don't fool UH at all, bro. Can't stand UH.
We're gonna see coming up.
So that's when
damn.
when that Ray Lewis come on that day, huh? Get that Ray on that ass. Slug him in. Let's go. I hate these niggas, man. We coming with UH gear in this house tomorrow.
Real talk. Soon. Can you tell the people where to reach you at?
You can reach me on Instagram at DM10_. And you can reach me at Twitter. I don't know why y'all be doing that Facebook for the old folks. I'm not.
Damn. He ain't that much younger than us.
Y'all can have that Facebook, man. At Demerick _DEMERICK _. So that's where y'all can reach me at, not Facebook though. Well, y'all can do Facebook.
He got a Facebook.
I don't be on there like y'all be. People be Facebook.
You know, Facebook how you keep in touch with the world.
I think Twitter, but the way you see it, Facebook, that's how I see Twitter though. Like that's how I get news.
Twitter put your business out there every 5 seconds of the world. What am I doing right now? Well, I'm out there in this location right now. My girlfriend don't know I'm here.
Facebook just really like a slow Twitter. To me, it's just like a slow world Twitter.
Okay. Well, I'm old, so I guess I'm old.
In the streaming game.
Y'all boys get up there. Y'all boys get up there.
Like we said, we seen Lil Deal turn into Big Deal.
Man, Lil Deal, Lil Punk Deal.
Them used to beat up Reds, y'all. I got you.
Y'all know better. Come on, man.
But Deal, we appreciate you coming on, my boy. You keep doing your thing, put on for the community. Sure. It's great to see your progress. It's a humbling experience to even know you, man. I appreciate you, man.
We need to hit a practice, real talk. Let's hit a practice.
What you mean?
What's up? Let your boy get out there and get a jersey.
Y'all ain't pulled up to
no. I came to a game.
No, you came to one game, so I've been to school. I don't want to talk.
Bro, can we say this?
I was in Houston most of the time.
Can we say this on camera?
No bullshit. No, he said it on camera. That's how you get a nigga to come to a game. We gotta go to a game. Ain't no excuses there. I'm there. I'm there in the UH jersey.
Can you tell people who coming on next?
Man, we got Miss Cambresha Picou on the Lenneth Boutique. Y'all be tuned. We got you. All right, this commercial. Thank you,
Who am I, nigga? 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 nigga? Who am I, nigga? Catch me hopping out a truck, doing a dive, Lebanese dance with a lot of game inside the black book in my hand with a couple of messages I want to address that'll make yourself either obtain or ease some stress. Hold up, I know y'all wondering who this guy be. A dark skinned brother they call Mr. Finney. Where you from? A small town I like to call No Mercy, Texas. Yeah, where the hustlers out here stay restless. 7542, wait, that's where I'm from. Remote smoke dope and some slip snow. It's not a drug town. We just get down. When a fuck boy starts to play around, I'm standing right beside you, but you can't see me. Plus I'm clone free, so you can't beat me. From off the top of the dome, I represent for my home. Authentic shit is the only remedy that I'm on. Can you feel me now? 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 I got niggas shook, leaving repugnant looks when I speak the lyrical scriptures from a foul black book. I can't be worse than these other bastards you hear every day. You know it's been shit when the quiet nigga finally got something to say. I'm coming down in my Chevy, man, staying on the grind, keep the cash flow steady, man. Eyes on me when I'm repping dirty, knocking trans ass niggas out for being real. Surely I keep away from bullshit, but they always follow me. I stay one because misery loves company. Yeah, check yourself. I was not born with a silver spoon. I'm no different from the people across the street. I'm just like you. I'm the type of nigga that don't give a fuck if you talking about me. You got too much time on your hands if you even thinking about me. If you feel me or you don't, if you like me or you hate me, you know I'm different cause I'm cut loose from that modern day slavery. Yeah, can you feel me now? 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 What's going on, player? Time to put in work, player. Time to put in work, player. Let's go. What's going on, player? Time to put in work, player. Time to put in work, player. Let's go. Yeah. Can you feel me now? 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 Can you feel me now?
I'm a videographer, and I shoot relationships. Yep.
And we back, y'all. On my right, I have Miss Cambresha Picou, owner of Elinate. I had to make a correction. Elinate Boutique.
Yeah, there you
Miss
go.
Cambresha, can you tell the people about yourself?
Yeah, well, my name is Cambresha Picou. I go by Cammy. I'm an Aquarius. No, I'm just kidding. But you are?
Oh Lord, now they're finna gang up against me.
It's okay. I am the owner of Elinate. I have a co-founder, Andrea Collins, and we just wanted to incorporate fashion and lifestyle together. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And how do y'all incorporate that?
Yeah, well, I can kind of break down Elinate. So it's actually Lemniscate, which is the infinity symbol, and 8 equals abundance. So that is advising people that you are unlimited, and I think the only limits that we have are in our mind.
Okay.
And that's with fashion, with lifestyle, with anything. So that's
Okay. And like you said, you help people with lifestyle. Tell the people about your journey. We met you at UH, of course, but you also have a degree in
counseling.
Oh, there you go. So tell the people about the journey of counseling people and giving advice.
Yeah. I think it's a beautiful experience to talk to people, to interact, and to just have people have a voice and an opinion, and I think that's important. I think it's also important to just be a listening ear sometimes. I think oftentimes we, especially in dialogue, it's mostly to hear your point versus actually understanding. And I think in life in general, like whenever you have an understanding with someone, it raises consciousness, and I feel like it also just brings you closer to that person.
And you also have a YouTube, correct?
Yeah.
And do you be preaching this on your YouTube,
yes.
right?
Yes, I do.
And can you tell people more like how to connect with themselves?
Yeah. Well, it's all about manifestation of your higher self. And I think that is like understanding self-actualization and looking in the mirror. And a lot of people don't do this, which is really interesting. It's like we don't acknowledge our faults in ourselves, but life is actually a mirror. So whatever you see, whatever negative flaw you see in someone, it's actually a depiction of yourself. So I feel like it's important to take time to get to know yourself and heal from whatever past situations. And I feel like that's how you evolve and become a better person.
Okay. That was beautiful advice. I'm trying to get to my higher self right now. I'm on that mission. But let's talk about more about your now. Everybody back like, damn, I need to know me. But let's more about these signs. You say you're Aquarius, right?
Yes.
But can you tell the people the best sign is Virgo? I'm just saying. Speaking of personal experience.
Virgo.
You know what? I love Virgos.
Boom, there we go.
I do love Virgos. They're detail oriented. They can be a little closed off, but I feel like it's for protection.
There you go.
But their heart's in the right place usually.
See, she made me like a book.
You believe in zodiac signs?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So do that not limit people? Like people like read that every day? They do not limit them?
I think, again, the only limitation is in your mind. So I think it'll help us more than hinder us. It just depends on your perception. All has to do with your perception. If you see it as a negative, it's going to be a negative. If you see it as a way to improve yourself or and to take it in a positive way, then it's going to be a positive.
Okay. And who are some of your, going back to the fashion, I'm bouncing all over the place.
Okay.
Going back to the fashion, who are some of your inspirations you pull from?
Me. No, but
period.
You know, I stay in my own lane. Like I think with today's society and copy and paste, a lot of people just see something and then like, okay, I'm going to do this because it got a lot of likes. Versus being yourself and being your individual. And I feel like that goes a long way with just being who you are.
And with your fashion and you helping people, so you help design them, or get clothes and stuff on?
Yeah, well, I have my own fashion line, L&8, so we have fashion pieces and also lifestyle things like candles and things of that sort. But I think I don't necessarily like style people, but unless it's my friends, because I do that all the time. They call me and they're like, "Oh, what should I wear?" So, but I would like to do that eventually.
Okay. And so, do you be creating the pieces, or you get pieces from people?
Okay, so we put a little spin on it. Like this shirt is ours. We designed this one, but we do get pieces from wholesale. But it's rare pieces. It's not like something you would see in a boutique or something like that. So it's unique pieces.
Okay, and out of these major events, like you got the Emmys, you got the Grammys, stuff like that, you got the fashion event, which one would you want to attend the show out at?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think Harper's Bazaar. I think that would be a really
yeah, like you heard of it.
That's where
Tell me more about Harper's Bazaar.
I think that's where everyone like is dressed to the nines and like you really get to see the fashion.
What type of dressing is that like?
It's formal.
High fashion.
It's high fashion, but I feel like people mix. I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever you want to do.
How you showed up, Red? How you showed up at that?
I don't know. It just depends how I'm feeling. You don't know.
You wear them short suits like short suits with Draymond Green.
Hey, you got the legs for it.
Yeah, I don't know. The legs for it. Depends how I'm feeling, bro.
I love the positivity.
So you style. Well, you say you don't like to get into the style. Or you gonna create pieces for men too? Cause men, we be trying to look for love too.
We be really left out. That's what he's saying.
Dang.
Yeah. You know what, you guys? I don't know. Not yet, but potentially.
I think it's sexist y'all to start with the men clothing line first.
You know what? Well, it's a women's empowerment brand.
Okay, I can't be mad at that.
You know? I'm
just feeling left out. That's what I'm saying. All these fly clothes, we be like, damn, if they can make themselves look good, they gotta be able to make these guys look good. You know what I'm saying? I want some fly clothes
on your arm.
True. Okay. But at the same time, it's good to pull stuff off and pretend it's your idea.
Women shop every day though.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. I can honestly say that I shop.
So it's safe to say you're addicted?
See, it's not just fashion. So I'll be on Z Gallery like buying
Z Gallery. Okay.
So you are addicted. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's a good addiction to have. Taking care of yourself and moving forward.
Self-care is so important.
What other hobbies do you have?
Well, I do yoga. Okay.
Go yoga. You gotta see Waiting Crash and
I was like, what? I do yoga. I meditate. I work out in the morning at 5 a.m.
So you got a set routine, like a set schedule every day?
5 a.m.
Yes.
That hurt just to hear it.
I know, I'm late. It's late. I'm like, ugh. But yeah, not a set routine, but I know that if I get a workout in the morning, it actually helps my mindset for the rest of the day. So I try to do that.
Okay, get them endorphins. I got you.
Yeah.
So you
I
know
mean, he's smart.
just a little bit.
What's that Virgo?
They said watching TV.
TV is another form of learning, guys.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're watching.
Yeah. What are you feeding your brain? And that's.
Think about it. Everybody's one thing growing up. Animal Planet. You ain't watch Animal Planet growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You learn a lot of things from
and
things
Discovery
like
Channel.
Boom. There you go. Perfect example.
Y'all don't watch Discovery Channel?
Growing up, I wasn't watching that.
You ain't watch Animal Planet at all?
Come on, y'all.
I used to watch them lions turn them gazelles ass up.
you got people narrating the scene.
Exactly.
Come on, bro. That can be said yes now.
The lion is in the grass, but
Have
turn
y'all
that
seen
ass
Snoop
up.
Dogg? Snoop Dogg did it.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg did what? Damn, cuz.
Yeah, it was funny.
Red's watching Arthur, Hey Arnold, shit like that. That's it.
Arthur, but not Hey Arnold.
You ain't fuck with Hey Arnold?
I ain't fuck with
What?
Kevin, what's some of the cartoons you fuck with growing up?
Well, I'm into anime.
Yeah, tell me about that Naruto.
So, well, Sailor Moon is my favorite.
Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
That's the weakest anime.
Oh my god.
I don't know what they talking about. Honestly.
You gotta say Dragon Ball Z for him.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, my mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it
Arthur, Education. You didn't do Arthur?
Yeah, Arthur was cool, but it's some ones you missing.
We wanted some action. That's what he wanted.
I did Pokemon. You didn't do Pokemon?
But Ash never caught them all. They really sold us a
You know-
lie. You gotta catch them all. He ain't catch them all. He only caught like 5 of them hoes. They really sold us a lie. Now that you bring it up, I'm kind of mad about that. You know, what about Digimon?
Digimon, I even collected cards.
Digimon.
I had the
That's the
cards.
knockoff.
Digimon knockout, but Digimon was kind of straight.
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I had got
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh.
cards too.
What you say?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
You say Yu-Gi-Oh.
I said Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. Well, we'll replay the tape.
Okay. we replay that.
Okay, so is there anything you working on? Anything you want to tell the people about that's coming up for you?
Yeah, so our new releases for fall are coming out within a month or so. We don't have a set date because they're just new releases, but they are exclusive pieces that you can find at ln8.com.
Okay. Possibly some man items, accessories.
You know, if you want a candle, that can be coming
There you go.
soon,
Just say we
you
get
know?
Okay.
Get a candle for your lady or something. There you go.
I like candles.
Yeah, you can shop for
You
your
look like you
woman
like
on
candles,
ln8.com.
You like scents and all types of stuff.
Who?
I say you look like you like nice scents, candles. I say you look like that guy.
Yeah, you look like you take care of yourself.
You like you shop at
Thank you.
Bath and Body Works every day.
Hey, I go Bath and Body Works. Hold on.
You get your
whole
coupons.
I always had a coupon.
With the app. Y'all got the app.
I don't have the app, so I know you're a fan.
I don't have the app.
You did a
And
lot
she
with
shop every day. And you see, I like that boy. Hey, my boy multi-talented. This is beautiful to see.
Yeah.
He crazy.
It made me cry.
No, for real, y'all are amazing. Like Black Kings, doing great things for sure.
No, well, you're amazing for being a part of the show. We appreciate you, and, telling people about your business and what you're trying to do. So really, thank you. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's just an outlet for us to talk a lot of shit. But we bring people like you to actually tell people what to do in life and how to do things right. You know what I'm saying? So thank you most important.
Hey, can you tell the people your YouTube also?
Yeah, it's _love Cammy with 2 M's. And I just talk about astrology and yeah.
You got a lot of following too. For real.
That means she knows what she's
I'm
talking
okay.
That's being nice.
I'm being humble. A few fans. So one more time for people, you got your YouTube, Instagram, and tell them one more time for everything so they can't be.
Yeah. So YouTube is Love Cammy. Instagram is _Love Cammy with 2 M's. And I think that's it.
And when we catch your next astrology video about the signs, I need to know what's going on with the Virgos.
Oh, okay. I already have a Virgo video.
There we go.
I already have a Virgo video, and yeah.
Okay,
So
we'll
you'll
check that out. Check that out. Get on
Yeah,
it.
definitely. So you can learn more about yourself.
Yeah, he do.
You need to look at your Aquarius stuff. Apparently, you don't mess with it. When last time you looked at your sign? Can't remember, bro.
I can't. No.
I live my life one
You don't
mile at a
know.
time.
Oh, okay.
Either went by inch or a mile.
Do you know about?
Yeah, I know about it. People say it.
What's your traits?
I don't know.
I know about it.
Cool,
But I
calm,
don't
and
know.
collective. Real talk.
For the most part.
Laid back is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Aloof, like distant. detached from most, which is why y'all are cool, collective.
Philosophy is one.
Yes, knowledgeable. Yeah.
See, I like it. But see, I love everything she said because she also threw the Virgos in it. That's why I said Virgos are the best sign. Pay attention.
Well, my soulmate, she's a Virgo, and we just connect on another level, and I think it's a higher octave of intelligence. So it's just about intellect passing back and forth.
Thank you, Cambresha.
And there's no it's like an unbiased situation for me and her. So I think that's what it is. Like, we'll joke around, but I know that I can talk to her about anything.
There you go.
So.
There you go. Virgos, once again.
You said the key thing earlier and just a minute ago. Just listen. Real talk, be a listener.
Yeah.
For real. That's the great thing of communication, being able to listen. For real.
Yeah. It goes a long way, honestly. Because often we talk to just hear ourselves talk versus listening and pay attention and with the understanding. I think that's important.
That's real. Once again, Cambresha, thank you. Y'all be looking out for that next collection coming out in the fall. Like she said, she come with the exclusive pieces in the date at a later time. Maybe some men stuff. We're gonna try to poke her on about that. But thank you again. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow all her pages and her YouTube. You get the man pieces out there. See y'all at this commercial break. Reds, who we got coming on?
We got the illustration coming up, and we got a live performance by Mr. 100. Real talk. Stay tuned in.
Hey, I get that bag and I run it up. Hey, I'm in your face with it. Yeah, pow, for this motherfucking candy might follow me. And we'll go to the promised land. Let's go. Hey.
I get the bag and I run it up. Put in their face, make 'em mad. The way I be grinding, I'm moving you haters, I'm showing my ass. I get that bag and I run it up. I get that bag and I run it up. Perfect attendance, cause every day nigga like me, I be showing up. I get that bag and I run it up. Put it in their face, make 'em mad. The way I be grinding, I'm moving you haters, I'm showing my ass. I get that bag and I run it up. I get that bag and I run it up. Perfect attendance, cause every day nigga like me, I be showing up. Predictable nowadays, that's the way you niggas is. So I just get it how I live. Smoke loud and pop a few pills. Fuck how another nigga feel. Man, I just get it how I live. See, man, I get it how I live. See, I just get it how I live. Get to that cash fast like Usain Bolt, 100-yard dash. Everything I do is urgent. Act like you don't know me in person. I promise my movement emerging. Feel the cooler side out, that's for certain. Y'all see for this can it be working? Music got this whole twerking. Back to the block till I get me a spot. Perfect attendance, I get me a knot. Giving you everything, all that I got. Cause it's my time, no need for no clock. You niggas be talking just like hoes. I just keep on rolling and I blow. I keep selling out and I restock. Run through some green, drinking some more bowls. The way that I do it be making them hate because I don't be needing them for nothing. I'm from an era where lunch meat specials. Let you know that we were struggling. 24/7, stuck in the hood, same clothes, we were thugging. Trail low in my cousins, we were moving zills by the dozen. I get the bag and I run it up. Put in their face, make 'em mad. The way I be grinding, I'm moving you haters, I'm showing my ass. I get that bag and I run it up. I get that bag and I run it up. Perfect attendance, cause every day nigga like me, I be showing up. I get that bag and I run it up. Put it in their face, make 'em mad. The way I be grinding, I'm moving you haters, I'm showing my ass. I get that bag and I run it up. I get that bag and I run it up. Perfect attendance, cause every day nigga like me, I be showing up. How in the fuck did you sleep on me, G? You know Kenny G is the heart of the streets. Grinding and looking, we keep us some heat, 42 niggas deep. Get it some beef, guarantee me and my nigga toe trigger some motherfucking fools. Straight up gorillas, step in the club, we 10 vehicles deep. Holding up traffic, we hopping the street. Myself, Dre and my nigga Spoon. I'm on a trail like that motherfucking fool. Free my motherfucking little nigga drop. There ain't no motherfucking way we can lose. We like the 92 Dream Team. Magic and Michael and Hakeem. Multiple options, so you can't stop me. From January to December, I'm hugging the block like a family member. Fall through, knock you down, block your cow like I don't remember. We unwrapping them bells out of plastic. We riding around with that plastic. Not hitting you out without plastic. The type of shit that I ain't having. Everything in here I'm bagging. Get in my way then I'm tagging. I'm giving you facts, I'm not bragging. I'm usually strapped when I'm sagging. I get to the bag with a passion. Second the pain I be smashing. I'm about to run up a check. My foot on all of your neck. All of your neck. I get the bag and I run it up. Put in their face, make 'em mad. The way I be grinding, I'm moving you haters, I'm showing my ass. I get that bag and I run it up. I get that bag and I run it up. Perfect attendance, cause every day nigga like me, I be showing up. Right now. I'm showing my ass. I do. Right now.
I'm a videographer, and I shoot relationships. Yep.
And we back, y'all. Rez, can you tell the people who we got?
We got the illustration with us. And can each one of y'all tell us your name and your position you got with the illustration?
Alright, my name's Steady, and I'm one of the founders.
My name's Jam, and I'm in operations, and I'm also in artist management.
My name Dub. I'm one of the founders, and you know the creative director.
All right, and can y'all tell us like the purpose in y'all movement?
So you know, pretty much with the illustration, you know, it's all about just pretty much just grasping these different people with talents and just creating a pretty much like a conglomerate, you know, a conglomerate of, you know, people with different talents who want to express themselves, you know, to and offer resources to people in the city and hopefully one day global. So pretty much what we consist of is makeup artists, photographers, musicians, all those different entities, and we bring it together as the illustration and we present it to, you know, pretty much the community, man.
And you know, we've been knowing you for a long time, so I know one of the things you do on photography. So, and you also read a lot. So can you tell the people some of the books that you currently looking at?
Right now, I'm reading this book called "What the Dog Saw" by Malcolm Gladwell. I'm pretty much halfway through that. I just got through reading a book called "Laws of Human Nature" by Robert Greene. You know, pretty much a philosophy-based book. You know, it was a tough read, but it was something that was you know, mandatory, something that was necessary.
And what you mean by tough read?
A lot of information, man. A lot of information that you have to continue to just, you know, go back to and resort to. You know, it's not something, you know, you can read.
Easy read?
Yeah. you know, you can read an easy book, man, and an easy book just keeps you flowing without pretty much like forcing you to stimulate your mind. You know, and that book right there was pretty much, it made you stimulate your mind, made you, you know, take notations of a whole bunch of things, and you know, it forces yourself to, you know, to grasp all the information rather than just being, you know, domesticated by it.
Okay. And Ms. Jan, can you tell people about what drew you to illustration and being a part of something like this?
I already do it.
You say what?
No, Jam. Yeah, Jam like jelly.
Y'all tripping over there.
So, I mean, I've always been super interested in music and the art and creativity, and I met Steady probably about a year ago, and I was like instantly just like engaged in just like what he was doing, whether it was like producing, anything like that. And like I came to one of his events, and it was super dope. So I just always wanted to be a part of like a creative group. I was a student athlete as well, so I kind of like was focused on like the athletics part, the academics part. I never really got to focus on my creativity, so that's really what brought me to the illustration.
Okay. And Steady, can you tell the people like, you know, what type of events you have, and also you're not from Dallas. Tell the people where you from and what made you gravitate to the Dallas culture.
Man, well, I start from where I'm from. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I grew up in Chicago. You know, just like everybody here, you know, come from poverty, hard times, no father, struggling growing up. So, you know, just throughout my life, I was always moving around trying to figure out what was the next best thing for me. So honestly, bro, I just Googled the best cities. And
that's interesting.
Right, put that on real quick. I'm just going what the man said. He Googled the best city.
Like straight up, I Googled, you know, like the best cities to live in. And ironically, Dallas and Austin was at the top of the list. They was in the top 5.
Okay,
so
top 5.
Dallas was the closest, and I came and I moved it, and I just fell in love with the city. You know what I'm saying? I fell in love with the culture. You know, it's a lot here. It's a lot to offer. You know, but at the same time, I saw opportunity as well, because it's a lot of money here, and I feel like it's a lot that we can do as black people to immerse our culture into the opportunities that's presented. You know, when I first moved here, I never knew Dallas had a hood until I met Doug, to be honest with you, because I lived up north, you know, and there was really no purpose for me to drive down south, you know, other than going to the fair, you know. But So when I met Dub and got to see it, then I realized, oh, this shit just like Memphis and Chicago. Like, but I never experienced that, you know. And so to me, you know, and that's why we connected and formed the illustration, because it was more like, shit, that's the opportunity, you know, up north to capture some of that money and that growth, you know. So let's educate each other, let's form something, let's go after it, you know. So I'm with it.
Going back to the culture thing, so you done lived in a lot of great places. You said Chicago, Memphis, so you done experienced a lot of black culture in different ways. Like you said, the hoods are the same, little differences, but everything's all about the same. Go to the music real quick. I'm gonna ask you a little baby quick. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions about Memphis. Dolph, or Yo Gotti, and what barbecue better, Texas or Memphis? Be honest with me now.
Well, hold up.
That's a good question, bro. We had this debate all the time.
My two. You been to Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Go to music, all type of people.
But do I have to pick Dolph or Gotti?
Right now. Not overall, but right now.
I'm gonna go.
It's real easy, bro.
I'm gonna go with Dolph.
There we go.
Dolph popping right
now. One thing that I noticed about Dolph too, I was driving through the city. He had billboards and stuff in South Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I see what he's doing, and his engineer Ari Morris is one of my homies. He actually got me really into music. He actually mixed my first 2 albums. So you know, some connections there.
Yeah, they answer this question a lot, I see.
And look, going back to the barbecue, you can't compare.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Break it down for me.
Dallas is beef and dry rub. Memphis is pork and wet. It's totally different. I didn't even know about brisket until I got to Dallas.
Oh, okay.
100%.
One real Memphis baby.
It's totally different.
I can respect that.
I never knew you could eat brisket like that.
That's a hell of a finesse. You wiggled around that question real nice. I like that. Because you didn't diss me either. I like that. You said, well, instead of answer, you want to compliment both. But remember, who was in that top 5 for that city? Goddamn it. Remember that.
And being creatives, can each one of y'all tell us y'all different art and what y'all, you know, love to do, y'all have passion for?
You know me, I like to write, man. I just like, you know, pretty much the art of storytelling. You know, I pretty much been on y'all all my life, and we grew up, you know, around here. You know, more specifically up on the Malcolm X and Pioneer.
Go a little further.
You know,
go a little further.
Yeah, a little further for you. You know what I'm saying? You on Dixon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dixon, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, me, I pretty much, you know, grew up having a bunch of family members that was pretty much endorsed, you know, in the culture around here, you know, the gang life and, you know, things like that. At one point in time, I was into it. You know, it was pretty much just like a trend, you know, being a part of something going to Lincoln High School, you know, sat at the Super Bowl and everything like that. But
your environment,
you know, your environment, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just something that you was pretty much pressured to be in. But once I pretty much broke that cycle and, like, you know, started reading, because I pretty much read my way out of my mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? So once you, you know, get to reading and seeing things and just realize that, you know, people who actually write, they taking it from their own life experience and putting it in a creative format, you able to do the same thing too. You know, so it's something that I enjoy of being able, like, to take some of my, you know, most extolled moments and bring them back to, you know, reality, bring them back to life on, you know, a daily basis. So that's pretty much, you know, my number one thing is just storytelling, man.
What's up?
I'm really kind of like behind the scenes. However, I can sing a little bit.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
A little bit.
We're gonna ask you who you relate to in that singing.
I mean, I don't think, I think I'm again, like, in my own lane when it comes to singing. I really don't have, like, somebody I can compare myself to. But I mean, I can hold a note. But I think really, like, my creative talent is like building, like, kind of like more of, like, connections, like, with people, like connecting people, things like that. Like, that's an art still. So I think that's, like, probably, like, one of my creative talents.
Networking is art. You're right.
Networking is a people person.
Yeah.
Big time. Every business need a people person.
Seriously.
You know, for me, I'm kind of all over the place. I ain't gonna lie. You know, going from business owner to musician. You know, I produce a little bit, do audio engineering. I'm also an artist, but then I also run a studio. So been working with a lot of artists in Dallas specifically, trying to really just be a resource. So a lot of stuff been kind of on the free end. This for now, but
That boy smoother than Kettle Oil.
I'm just saying. But so I'm doing that. Also, we really just building the illustration. You see the hat, so we got the cookbook for the dogs called Green Frenchie. So we're about to start a YouTube channel. We're gonna be doing the recipes. Planning on getting a food truck next year. So we, just really focusing on really investing in the brand and pushing that forward, but being a resource. And speaking on that resource, we got a lot of community work that we planning on doing coming up. Going to some shelters, feeding feeding the homeless, going to the family shelters, doing some food drives there, so maybe doing some clothing drives. Just doing whatever we can do to give back to the community. So we just kind of, again, I'm all over the place trying to just put all these pieces together so we can just move forward.
Okay. And can y'all speak on how hard it is getting together as a group and having all these ideas but putting them together as one? I know it ain't hard, but can you tell people the sacrifices? 'Cause I know it's hard, bro.
It is hard. We actually had a meeting yesterday. Was it yesterday?
No,
Friday.
That boy working hard. Them days running together, man. Today Sunday or Monday. Just tell me shit I need to know.
We had a meeting Friday, and one of the number one things we talked about was communication and really just collectiveness, being together, knowing what that means. Because it starts with us. It starts and it ends with us. And if we ain't on the same page and that we ain't together, ain't none of this shit gonna move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, that was, we talked about a lot. We talked about the wins and losses, things that can hold us back, things that could move us forward, and just what we need, from this day on to really just take the next steps. It was a good ass meeting. It was a needed meeting, and it was a good one.
And you said about the wins and losses, and I'm gonna use a term you used earlier, though. You said the mental slavery. Why y'all feel like it's so hard for people to break that mental slavery in today's time for our people?
Man, it's a different, it's a bunch of different aspects to that. One of the most popular ones now could be just, social media. Everything is naturally human beings, we gravitate towards, whatever the image of success is. Naturally we follows that something. If something look good, we want to be a part of it. So a lot of us pretty much just succumb to, instant gratification. So that right there, is a point of mental slavery, because it doesn't really give you time to actually dissect the information to see if it's right or wrong. So from that standpoint, and from just being a black culture, we not really provided with all these resources in our entire life. We got a specific narrative about who we are as a people. From education. We grow up with the books telling us, a limited amount of information about ourselves. It don't take it till we get out and read about who we really are. So
we glorify gang banging and a whole bunch of different things. We like different aspects of life and things that don't get you far in life.
All of those things, man. So love is a strong emotion, man. So as growing up, we gravitate towards that. But also when we're young, we don't even know if the love that presented us to the streets is actually beneficial to us. Right. We just take it and run with it. So that's pretty much why. It's just a limited amount of resources, man. People not, really giving us the resources that we need. Us just pretty much just being marginalized as a people. That's one of the things that just makes so many discrepancies amongst us. But it take, conglomerates like this, people just coming together and performing. People just coming together and just performing interdependent, circumstances, scenarios, man. That's what, pretty much I believe helps.
Nah, for real. And it's just like you can compare it to the street game when you getting together, then you taking over areas with positivity,
Right.
you know, knowledge and being creative and who you are. So that's the type of, you know, mentality you gotta have, and it start with, you know, people like us and getting the information out there to people. So can y'all tell people like the events y'all have for people to come out and like gravitate to what y'all mission and purpose is?
It's so we titled it the Creator Social, you know, and ideally it was all centered around bringing a lot of creators, you know, small business owners, artists, entrepreneurs together in a setting, you know, where we, you know, provide the food, we provide the atmosphere, and just really provide a culture to allow them to commingle with each other, you know, build relationships, establish new relationships, you know, pass business cards around, really just showcase who you are as a creator, you know, and so we started doing these events. We also break it down. We do a toast in the middle where we highlight, you know, an artist or two, you know, and those artists can be anybody. They can be musicians, they can be authors. We had a painter, you know what I'm saying, photographers, whatever the case may be, lawyers that may want to talk about, you know, why it's important to get wills and, you know, and then establishing trust funds and stuff, you know. So we have a lot of different people that we try to highlight during these events, and we take time to do that, you know. So it's different from like a party setting, although it kind of comes off as that, you know. It's been a real dope experience.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
grown, you know.
It's an overall vibe.
I don't think you heard. Say it again.
I said it's an overall vibe.
You gotta let them know. Yeah, tell them. Let them know.
Yeah. It definitely, like how he's saying that, it could feel like a party, but I feel like that's how we connect as Black people too. Like that's our culture, like our music, like the way that we like connect on those. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Nah, for real. And I think y'all highlight, you know, shit people don't know that's going on.
Yeah.
People that's not accustomed to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get people coming out to an art show or you know stuff like that, or something that's creative where we can share information and give out information. So I think it's a wonderful, you know, experience and an event that y'all are having. And what's the next one coming up?
Well, right now we don't have a date.
You
know, that's okay. That's okay. You working?
You know,
progress.
But the thing about it is we understand the seasonalities of things. So we know the weather about to change. You know how people act when the weather breaks.
Start raining.
You know, so we already kind of thinking about what's next as far as the creative social. Maybe taking it in a different direction. You know, maybe it's a dinner party. You know, maybe it's just a small gathering. You know, we just talking about the options of where we can take it and make it, you know, just take it to the next level and still keep that exclusive type of feel, because also, you know, we wanna grow the brand and make sure we sticking to the roots of it and not just growing just to be growing. You know, but we do got things coming up. You know, we got the book that's about to drop. You know, we're working on I'm working on the EP. We got a makeup class coming up. You know, we got a lot of different stuff that we're working on. We got another artist that's potentially working on the EP. So we got a lot of things that's boiling in the pot.
Okay. You saying the EP? Can you like name the EPs, name the book, like you know, get a?
Yeah. You want to touch on the book?
So you know, the book is
right here. Tell the people this is the way to promote you right here. Tell the people, man.
Get that plug.
For sure. So the book is called you know, The Boulevard. Subtitle, you know, The Urbis, A Chronicle Morality. So you know, pretty much what it is, it's a group of 6 short stories, pretty much just telling, you know, about the different experiences from around the hood. You know, whether it's betrayal, you know, whether it's like coming from rags to riches story, you know, different stories about somebody being in love but not pretty much knowing who exactly it is they in love with. You know, all these different things we experience, you know, within an urban society. But every story has like a moral behind it. So once I get done writing each story, I explain the moral behind the story so people know that I'm not just, pretty much just throwing information out there and just trying to, give y'all something to entertain y'all. I want to make sure I inform you and educate you also.
See, that tough read helped out, did it? It was like, you know what? That's a lot of information. I'm gonna help these niggas out.
That motherfucker was heavy, but I ain't gonna lie to you, but I recommend it to anybody.
Can't read that bitch in a day. Huh?
That's okay. You got the Boulevard cover. You ain't gotta read.
I had to find a way to say I had to get on the train and read that motherfucker. Sit down. You know what I'm saying?
So when you're not moving for a minute. Okay, now I ain't got no choice.
I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah.
That's what you say. I'm gonna put this phone down. I ain't got no choice.
Hey, you got to, man. You got to.
Well, you check for that charger first.
Man, you got to, man. You got to be able to just, pretty much make all those thoughts just cohesive, man. That's the only way you can get to understand it. But the Boulevard, man, it's all about those experiences in my own way, within the format of fictional characters that I experienced growing up in South Dallas. That right there, my date that I have set for it right now, that where it's dropping is December 15th. And pre-orders will start November 1st. We're working on putting together a trailer for it also. And one thing that we actually thought about that's not common is we want to do a soundtrack for the novel. So that's one of the things that we pretty much gonna be working on within the time given. But the Boulevard, by Carlton Jones, coming.
That's that
December.
government. That's that government. It's real. It's coming out. He gave that government. Done with the Carlton Jones. It's official. I don't hear my boy say his real name Outfit. It's official. You know what I'm saying? He put it out there.
Stamp. It's stamped. Yeah.
And I have an artist that I'm working with too. He just dropped his EP a few months ago. His name is Ken LaFleur. He is an Oak Cliff native. So we're working.
I like that.
We're working. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm not from here. So
okay. I'm liking this.
But yeah, he's an Oak Cliff native. He's super dope. He's a great lyricist. He's a good energy that's coming out here out of Dallas. We have a project coming up soon. So
and where can you find his music at?
Yeah, of course. So you can find it on all platforms: iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, even
Title.
Google.
Title Black on.
One more out there. One more.
Jay, I got you. But seriously though, yeah, he's a dope artist out of Dallas. So
Okay. Shout out Ken LaFleur, man.
Ken LaFleur.
And so we gonna be working on the soundtrack for the Boulevard. Also, I'm gonna push my boy to do a podcast for it. So, let me take that back. Do more of a audible for the book. So we'll be working on that. I just linked up with a producer in Dallas. He a local producer here. So we working on solidifying this package. It's more like a producer engineer package for artists. So basically, we'll provide original beats. You come to the studio, you record, mix. I got a couple of resources to get it mastered. We do the graphics and everything in-house. So basically, it's a one-stop shop. And we just focusing on making sure the prices are affordable for the people in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? We focusing on Dallas. Okay. So that's pretty much what we got going up and more to come. You know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned.
And you said you're an artist too, so can you tell the people where to hear your music and stuff like that? So, I know you're being humble.
I don't be talking about it. But on all platforms, Tidal, Apple, everywhere, just Steady, STEDDY. You find me. We dropped a song as a collective called Higher. So it's by the illustration. It's called Higher. It's a real motivational song, real good. Wake up, get your ass up and get inspired type of song. So check that out.
And get to hear me sing.
And she's
singing on it.
I like these plugs. It's a little dish. You get to hear back. And can y'all tell the people the pages to find y'all at each individually?
Oh, mine's pretty long, so you're gonna have to pretty much listen to it. But it's
yeah, say it twice. I always tell people say it twice. Say it twice.
Yeah, but it's at the 17th millennium. It's the 17th 17th, and you would have to pretty much spell out millennial right behind that.
Instagram got y'all. Once you start spelling the word, you gotta get a little piece of word that pop up. It's easy, y'all. Don't give up on yourself now.
And I'm at Jamelia Nicole. So Jamelia is spelled Jamelia, and then Nicole.
And I'm at Steady 2 Raw everywhere, and also follow the Illustration DFW. So again, the Illustration DFW, that's most important. And you'll be able to find all of us through the Instagram.
And he helping y'all out. He got it on his shirt, so if you can't spell, zoom in.
It's been there the whole time.
We break people on. You have no excuses not to find the content. No excuses. We'd like to thank y'all, man. We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
It's an honor, man.
Of course, we're gonna keep working with y'all. Be a part of these events.
Yeah, man.
Y'all get that boulevard. We got that date. We got an EP coming. We're gonna get that. We're gonna make them give us that date.
Hey man, I want to say one last thing, man. I really appreciate what y'all doing. I think this is amazing, man. Like we know each other. You know what I'm saying? We know each other. We know what we done been through, man. And just to see, how y'all make all of this like formatable and just come together and press the purpose for not just y'all, but just for a collective of different people. I think this is like, the ultimatum, man. So I appreciate y'all.
Man, once again, we thank y'all. Because doing this is fun, but it's even better to have beautiful people to share the camera with. So we thank y'all once again. And shout out Villa Cooler in the back for helping us.
Shout out Villa Cooler, man. For sure. It couldn't be done without y'all, for sure.
We appreciate y'all. Rez, what's the next treat we got?
We got a special performance live coming up by Mr. 100.
Yeah.
So stay tuned by Hit Mob. Hey, holla.
All my diamonds flooded, all my chains flooded. Out here getting money, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, pockets full of money. All my diamonds flooded, all my chains flooded. Out here getting money, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, pockets full of money. You with the shit, I got the wave. Money be long, it's in the safe. These new niggas, they in the way. All of my business, I feel away. Want more money, a meal a day. You don't want beef, that's Chick-fil-A. I keep a tool on the waist. Don't mess with me when I'm in the space. I need it all, I need it all. I want it all. I'm trying to ball if I make a call. If I make a call, then they get gone. When they get gone, what you was talking was all lies. I stay connected like mob ties. My money matter like all lives. Black people love me at all times. You can never take my spot, I work too hard for this. Prayed every night, I talk to God for this. Know a couple niggas quit they job for this. Drip keep me froze on my arm and wrist. I ain't the man, the mastermind. I get it done, action time. I get upset, blast the 9. Without jury, I still shine. Look, we can get it poppin', bro, whenever we on. Just have that bag ready if you're calling my phone. I say, we had to do a remix, right?
Got that cash. I got the cash on my nigga Jay. Serve a custo like Chick-fil-A. Hit my nigga when I get a play. Shout out Big J on MLK. I'm a Big J investment. She broke my heart, but I'm getting paid. I ain't trying to bed anyway. Oh man. Flood it. I flooded. My teammate they ask me what I'm doing with my life. Fuck it. I'm thugging. For real? You do what you can, you not me, you not popping. The game in my hand and I swear I won't drop it. I seen it all coming, it's like I'm a prophet. I told my ex I've been living life. And then she replied, keep going, don't stop it. And then I replied, feeling ain't an option. She remember days I was trying to lock it. It took me a minute to get it right. My niggas got 40s and I call them Noah. In the courtroom I act like I don't know him. Cleo McLean, that nigga a port. Speaking of Noah, my diamonds
all my diamonds flooded, all my chains flooded. Out here getting money, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, pockets full of money. All my diamonds flooded, all my chains flooded. Out here getting money, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, all the hoes love it. Keep the bag coming, pockets full of money.
All my diamonds flooded, all these haters bugging. They all watching because I'm up to something and yeah, they know. Low key coming to my shows, trying to plot on me, I know. You can try to hate on me, I don't recommend that. These bullets flying, people dying, disaster in the truck, but you worried about material things. All the diamonds in the world can take you out of this mess. Yeah, you made this mistake, so you laying talking that shit, and I cannot forget where I'm from. Yeah, I ride for my city, but I don't put it first. I know my worth. Everyone who's dedicated their life to this shit, they in the ground, 6 feet under. This is reality, what's happening now. Put down the guns. That don't mean we don't have it when you come around. I expect that lifeless shit for someone who's so real. They hate on my success, but they rap about popping pills. They hate on my success, but they rap about popping pills.
Cash is the king and I'm flooded forever. You know I'm clever. Back in the jungle, I'm lion. Pick #1 like Zion. When it's all said and done, icon. My flow is hot like Cayenne. I need a Grammy, do this for family. Back when the food was up in the pantry, me and my granny pull up in Camry. I was so antsy to grow up. Now that I grown up, gotta shown up till I blown up. No C4, yeah I'm fly, no G4. I'm on a fly, reaching new heights. Never graduated college. I did a remix with knowledge. I don't talk about it, I'm about it. Catch a body. Shout out Cleo, I'm CEO. Remember I was pushing that G.O. Kick flows, torpedoes, cashing out casinos. You already know I'm the greatest. Don't debate it. Face it. Diamonds all black, they racist. I cannot change it. Happy I made it. No, they gon' hate it. This what I do on the song. I'm in my zone. I cannot do no wrong. Don't get me wrong. I got the ride. You cannot fathom. I kill shit at random, rap with a passion. You already know I'm back and I'm blasting. This what happens when you get that last shot to an assassin.
I'm a videographer, and I shoot relationships. Yep.
And we back, y'all. About to do my personal favorite time of the show, the performance, with my brother, my family, Mr. 100, aka 100, anything you want to call him, so all the names. He like P. Diddy at this point.
Let's get it.
What's good? What's good? Shout out Straight Up Podcast family. We family now.
Shout out you.
Shout out everybody else. Shout out everybody that did their interview. Villa Cooler. Let's get it. Turn up a little bit.
I look in the mirror and say, by any means, you gotta get it.
Get a bag, that's a must. Yeah, my drip on plus. She reaching out trying to touch. OG gas in my blunt. These niggas really want clout. I already peeped the shit out. I run a play up the middle. My shooters gon' hit up the sprinter. Young nigga pull up dripping. Jump them bags, fitness. One when you getting it. The OG got me to the ceiling. She say I ain't hit in a minute. Told her I'm living my vision. Trying to run off on me, nigga. I put a price on the nigga. She wanna ride with the gang. Lame nigga, we don't buy the same. Just spend the profit on the drip. Nigga try to play crazy, no, I'm up and out the hip. Caught it on the lip. Take her a business and dip. Get a bag, that's a must. Yeah, my drip on plus. She reaching out trying to touch. OG gas in my blunt. These niggas really want clout. I already peeped the shit out. I run a play up the middle. My shooters gon' hit up the sprinter. Get a bag, that's a must. Get a bag, that's a must. Hit mob. On gang. Let's get it. Hit mob. Yeah. Can you go up a little bit more? Young nigga, get it in. I just gotta live life. Take risks, roll the dice. Take risks, roll the dice. She feeling low on my hustle. She like the way that I touch. Get it in, I'ma count every number. Bring your boss, cause I don't speak to runners. Bosses leak up and get comers. I'm a savage, the realest they coming. Send a blitz and see that shit coming. Soon as I touch it, I move it. Show you the zip at the movies. Cut out, she was making excuses. Smoking, no cookie, no loose. Aiming my target like Picou. Me and my niggas pull up like the army. My shit, Frank Lucas. Ball on them, no hooping. Running up, can't put my trust in these niggas. It's pressure in all of my switches. Hit her one night and forget her. I was gone now, I'm back in the city. I remember I ain't have a way. That mask today. I'm about to pour up a liter. Roll up that gas on the regular. Niggas be talking but really be capping. Little nigga, I'm a veteran. My niggas got multiple felonies. Taking the risk for the family, ma. Young nigga, get it in. I just gotta live life. Take risks, roll the dice. Take risks, roll the dice. She better lower my hustle. She like the way that I touch. Get it in, I'ma count every number. Bring your boss, cause I don't speak to runners. Bosses get up and get comers. I'm a savage, the realest they coming. Send a blitz and shit, that shit coming. Soon as I touch it, I move it. Show you a zip at the movies. Cut out, she was making excuses. Smoking, no cookie, no loose. Aiming my target like Cupid. Yeah. Cushion the stash One of when I'm one. all in traffic. My album out right now on all platforms. Cushion the stash when I'm all in traffic. Headed to the money on the gas matches. Never cuffin' bitches, nigga, we gon' pass it. See my first profit turn me to an addict. The bag on time, get it right one time. I'ma pop out, all it take is one time. She caught a vibe, now she want me for a lifetime. When I'm about to make a play, it's the right time. Gotta make my next move be my best move. Then the days take you home and undress you. Roll that pressure, inhale, then I exhale. Been making plays, I can tell how that money smell. Got a lot of flavor, vacuum seals and labels. It only takes one time to pop out on the hater. That pay me, I hustle on the daily. I told her come sit on my face, baby, I wanna taste it. One time, all it take is catch a vibe. One time, all it take is one time. One time. One time. All it take is one time. Cushion the stash when I'm out in traffic. Headed to the money on the gas matches. Never cuffin' bitches, nigga, we gon' pass. You can have. See my first profit turn me to an addict. The bag on time, get it right one time. I'ma pop out, all it take is one time. She caught a vibe, now she want me for a lifetime. When I'm about to make a play, it's the right time. Timing is everything, my niggas on the same page. Level up, get paid, from the mud, self-made. I was born to get rich, power come with benefits. She let me hit it one time, I come through when it's clutch time. Niggas in they feelings, I be in my bag. Made away sandwich bags and a mask. Every morning I'm up early with the bird chirp. When you in, you gotta know that these niggas lurking. One time, baby, come and catch a vibe. One time, all it take is one time. One time. One time. All it take is one time. Cushion the stash when I'm out in traffic. Headed to the money on the gas matches. Never cuffin' bitches, nigga, we gon' pass. You can have. See my first profit turn me to an addict. The bag on time, get it right one time. I'ma pop out, all it take is one time. She caught a vibe, now she want me for a lifetime. When I'm about to make a play, it's the right time. Man, appreciate everybody. Picou, 101. It's out on all platforms right now. Go get there.
All right. Like I said, y'all, this is my family. 100. We appreciate you coming on, bless us. No, don't go nowhere. No, you ain't getting out that easy, boy. Don't go nowhere. Tell them that album one more time. I like to repeat it twice. What's the album one time?
101. 101 on all platforms.
Yeah. Thank you, all our guests. The Illustration as a collective, we appreciate y'all. Cambresha, Picou, we appreciate you. Demerick, we appreciate you, man. Big Dem. Dem 10, you know what I'm saying? Underscore. Res, when we come to again next week?
Every Sunday at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Real Talk, we're sponsored by Premium Insurance Consultants that deal with any type of insurance from home, health, fuck with me. Hey, also, last but not least, 11 Power. He deal with videos from film, from movies to music. Hit him up for any type of video you like. Hey, we through. We done. Real Talk.
You know the name and you know the damn game. I'm Breon Titus with
Resmond Richardson.
And this is
Straight Up. I love. See y'all next time, baby. I love.
Lil Jew made the beat.